Good morning. We have a short board meeting this morning. Just want to let you know John Butnoff is here with us in the room. Bree, a friend of Vets, and TJ Johnson are available by Zoom. And we have David Bell and Gina Eckhart are available by speakerphone. So I just want to let you know where everybody is at. We need to discuss, or first of all, we need to call the meeting to order, and then we need to adopt the agenda. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda? Thank you, John. I'll get you in a second, Gina. Okay, so motion by John, seconded by Gina to adopt the agenda. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
7-0. Thank you. Okay, next the discussion. As everybody knows that KSHSAA has changed their ruling on the number of attendants that we can have at the ballgames, so we're here to discuss that. So I will turn that over to Scott.
Okay, so KSHSAA met again and once again revised attendance recommendations. They are recommending that we go up to 4 spectators per participant. The Northern Plains League met last week. They are also amending their policy to 4 tickets per athlete. And since the board took action to have ours at 2, we need to have action to make any changes or keep the same. Mrs. Walter is available by phone if you would like to speak to her about it. I've talked to them. We do have a sizable gym, but
so we have the space to social distance if they have 4.
if we can keep everybody social distanced, we should be able to manage that.
And LaDon was okay with that?
I reached out over the weekend, but I haven't heard back yet.
I'm sure if she didn't like it, she would have said something by now.
Thank you. Kristen is available by speakerphone, so if anybody has any questions for her.
And they said 4 per participant, so like we can't like let extra high school kids or like use the other seats. Like,
No.
I kind of hope that
It would kind of go back to that ticket scenario where we would just send 4 tickets per athlete.
Okay.
There's still a limit on how many kids can come on the roster.
Okay.
So it would be a capped out number, and we would know going in.
Well, there's probably some schools that still can't go to 4.
Right,
There's some that
just
don't
because
do
of
it now,
size.
they don't have size.
Right.
Okay.
So everybody has left it up to local control
Okay.
again, both the
Well.
state, the league, everything else. It's just up to us.
And I like the fact that it goes to all family or anybody that can, grandparents or whatever.
Friends, anyone that give their 4 tickets to. Okay.
Just a quick question. Have we, what has LaDonna Reinert, what's her recommendation?
I haven't heard back from her on this. I emailed her over the weekend,
Okay.
but I haven't heard back yet.
Well, personally, speaking as our gym is, I don't see any reason we couldn't go up to 4 for a kiddo because, easily they can socially distance and just have to do it.
Have we had any trouble with the 2?
Have we had any issues up to this point with doing the 2 spectators per participant?
She's on the phone.
Christy's on the
Yep.
phone.
Christy, did you hear that question?
I did not know.
Okay. They were asking if we had had any issues with spectators not socially distancing.
Yes.
So you have had issues with people not doing that as requested?
I don't walk around and ask them to separate, no, but they just go in and sit together. I make them wear their masks. That's the only thing that I have required. I went up in the crowd and asked people to put their masks on or put their masks up. But I have not requested them to socially distance. We put markers on the gym seat, on the bleacher seats, and they don't pay attention to them, but I have not asked them to socially distance, no.
I had somebody and they said that they might not have socially distanced, but they noticed that all the visitors sat together and all the home people sat on the other side, and they all wore their masks. So they still felt like that wasn't so bad, but I think they do the best they They do the best they can.
Go
David?
ahead, David.
I have been at some recent games, and I saw no problem with the audience. There was very few people there to begin with, and for the most part, everybody was spread out. There was some couples to each other, but I did not see any problems. Everybody was wearing their masks that I saw, and I think it's a good idea.
We had 5 home games left, including this Friday, which I am understanding that these rules do not go in effect until after Friday, because that's KSHSAA's rules. So we would be looking at 4 home games. Plus, if we have any postseason games that we're hosting here.
So 4 times?
Yes.
Can I clarify on that, because we only have one more junior high home game,
Yes.
and it would be very good for our patrons if they could come to a junior high game.
Okay, yes, thank you, David. I was thinking high school games, so we have 1 junior high. Okay, so we have 5 games
The junior high game will
left.
still be under the current rules, because the current rules go till January 29th. So this
Correct.
one will be for the month of February, basically.
Right.
And I feel like as long as the parents and the people that are there are wearing their masks, like he said, it's their choice if they end up sitting a little bit closer. I mean, it'd be nice if they spread out a little bit more, but what's Christy supposed to do? Go around and say, please move, please move, please move, please move. We're doing the best that we can.
And everybody knows the risk
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
So if we go, Christy, this might be a question for you. If we go to the ticket system, so that they would have 4 tickets per family, there would still be a list at the gate, so that way I couldn't give my tickets to, say, John,
You can
like
take
it is.
You just have to have a ticket to get in.
Well, it depends. Do you want just family members, or are you saying it could just be spectators, or what? I mean, it kind of depends on what we require, I guess.
Well, yeah, KSHSAA says per family,
But
so that's why I was wondering if you would have to have a list.
did Keisha
As
say
well.
per family or per
When it
participant?
says per family, I thought it was per spectator, per
Oh,
participant.
well,
The
then
Northern
we have,
Plains League has
Oh, sorry.
stated,
Yes.
they changed it from only parents and guardians to family on the league meeting.
league, I'm sorry, I was looking at the league one, thank you, Scott.
But yeah, I thought
So
Keisha
it is
said
for, but then NPL said family, so we have to stick with the family, I guess, because we're under them, right?
Yeah. I guess I don't know what we would do. It just depends on which way we go. If we have 4 tickets, I guess if we put their names on a list and have a pass gate like we have been doing, I don't know why we would need tickets, I guess. Because I guess the people, but I even ran into, people would show up from another town and they would say their names and their names weren't on the list. And they were trying, grandpa came with dad because there was no mom, and it was on the list, so do I, I guess, and then there was a little, I don't know, I guess, do we want to we have to go families, then they just put their names on the pass gate, and that's kind of either way, it's gonna be a lot of questions, I guess, because how do we know the names they put on their list are families? I guess that's just up to each individual family. And if we do tickets, how do we know they don't give their tickets to people other than their family?
True.
Yeah, and
We
that,
don't
I
hear,
guess either way, we just have to trust that people will do what they have, what is best for their participant.
some will, some won't, that's the way it is with anything.
it's what, yeah.
So unfortunately,
Yeah.
there's people who don't think the rules.
I would think we need to make it as easy as possible. Give every visiting athlete 4 tickets. It's not our job to police anything beyond that. The Northern Plains guidelines allow us, they say per family, it doesn't say those family members can't share those tickets with a bigger family. It's the same number of humans in the gym.
Yeah.
And I think by complicating it more, it's just gonna create more headaches.
If they just have 4 tickets with their name on or whatever, if they show up with a ticket, they can get in.
4 tickets is 4 tickets, and if that's what they choose to do with them. And I think it's easy for the staff as possible. And
But
families are
there's
so
some gate workers too, I mean,
Right,
that's-
right.
They
been in that boat.
police might either.
Exactly. That's what I said, I've been in that boat.
Yeah, families are so diverse now,
Yeah.
nowadays, so I just,
Hasn't there been any recent shutdown? And I think they have some local schools in the surrounding area where there was a COVID exposure and they had to quarantine the whole teams.
That's been sprinkled about the whole state, yeah, but there have been some around us that have had to quarantine teams at different times.
TJ was asking.
And I guess that's my concern. Working with COVID patients that I see on a daily basis, we know what we have here in Lincoln County, but we do not know what the visitors that come in. And that is my concern is, are we preventing spread? Or with this case of release and having 4 spectators to anybody can join, they can distribute the tickets the way they want to. I guess my concern is for the local community that we might see an increase again, especially the different strands of COVID that are coming out that are being discovered. So I guess I'm a little cautious about it, and I know I was opposed to the 2 visitors per 2 spectators per child, and increasing it to 4. I don't know. I think we're playing fire.
Bree, do you have any comments that you would like to make?
No, not necessarily. I understand where TJ's coming from and those concerns with that. I just think, for me personally, since if we have not had any issues, with what Christy said, I would like us to consider opening this up and adopting the KSHSAA ruling.
I was thinking, go ahead and just leave it at 2, but if grandma or grandpa wants to go, then they can go, but not have the 4, because you're still eliminating 2, but that's my thoughts. John?
I say we go to 4 tickets and people that want to come can come.
I'm okay with the 4, not probably every kid will have 4 people come, and I think that we make them still wear their masks and still do all the checks, and we do the best that we can.
Okay. Gina?
Yeah, I'm on that side as well. Whatever that decides, but I just feel like it's a big enough gym. If people use common sense, just let whoever they want, because maybe there's some people who are around these kids more than their own family is that would want to come. So I guess I don't have a problem with just the 4 tickets.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
I'll move that we go to 4 tickets per family for the last 4 home games, for the last of the season.
I'll second that.
Or do you want to follow KSHSAA guidelines? How do you want to word that?
Well, am I worded 4 tickets per athlete?
Per athlete, yes.
Per visiting
Yes.
athlete, and local athlete.
Yes.
Yeah,
All athletes.
4 tickets per athlete, for the last games of the season.
I'll second.
Thank you, David. John, okay, I have a motion, by John, seconded by David, that we allow 4 tickets per athlete for the last games of the season. Is there any additional discussion?
May I make a comment?
Absolutely.
I think it's a great idea to be able to go to 4 people per student, have the other team roll out so many tickets, tell you what the numbers are. Those tickets must be in hand when the other team comes. Same way with here in Lincoln. Keep it simple. It's not our job to police the world. Everybody's supposed to take care of their own selves. If they don't want to come, if they're concerned, they can choose that. We have to learn to keep our rights here in America, or otherwise they're going to strip them from us.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right, thank you, David. All right, any additional discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
4, 5, noes?
Aye.
Aye, 2, 5 to 2. with that, we need a motion for adjournment.
Can
Oh,
I-
sorry.
Can I
Yes,
ask
John.
one more thing? I've heard of some other schools that have gone to this for like band programs and vocal concerts. Is there any way we can consider that in the future? Or do we have any of those coming up that might affect it later on? I know some people managed to have Christmas concerts and allowed the 2 people due to the 2-person rule. And I didn't know if there was, it can be discussion for another meeting. I just wondered if we could possibly look into it if the kids in the grade school wanted to do a spring concert, or I don't know how we'll be at that point, but.
Christy, did you hear John?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I was asking if we could use the same kind of system for vocal and band concerts, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, I think so.
So, okay.
And they're in April, late April, early May, so we'll see, we've got some time.
Okay. All right, very good. So maybe if you could bring that information maybe at the next board meeting so that we kind of have an idea of how many things are coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because we might have to address this at track too. I don't know what that will be. So a whole new discussion for track.
It's gonna be outside, but I think that's what Keisha just said.
Right.
Being outside, that's gonna be a little easier.
It will be easier.
Yeah.
So, but it'll still be a discussion we need to have. So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Any other discussion?
I have a question.
Okay, David?
Does this pertain also to like Scholars Bowl and Geography Bowl and a few of those kind of things?
I didn't hear him, what did he say?
He wanted to know if it pertained to Scholars Bowl or Geography Bowl and things like that.
Keisha's ruling is for Keisha activities. If it is a Keisha-sponsored activity.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, Mr. David, did you hear Mr. Crenshaw?
Yes, I did. So
Okay.
that means we need to do something in our own district?
Do we have any meets like that, Scholars Bowl or anything that's left here?
Yeah, we have a junior high Scholars Bowl, and we have a regional Scholars Bowl next week.
Okay. So
Those are still
okay,
be under the
that's-
2.
Okay, yes, there's the question with that. Yeah, that would still be under the 2, but can you socially distance? You would have 4. But it's still, you said it's this week, Christy?
Next Monday, March,
Okay.
regional Scholars Bowl is the 1st of February.
So that is next week. Okay.
They're different, I'll have to look, but Scholars Bowl, there's some different, since it's smaller spaces and it's, individual classrooms, there were different mitigation
Mhm.
guidelines that we followed for Scholars Bowl, and I would have to look for sure, because I don't know off the top of my head, and I know Cody has all of that outlined for the schools, but I'll have to double check.
Okay. All right.
Because Scholars Bowl, when it's Scholars Bowl, it's different, because if you bring 4 people in a classroom, and there's 8 to 10 kids participating in the Scholars Bowl, and then you have 4 people, allow 4 people per student, and then you've got a moderator and a judge in a classroom, that's a lot of people in one little small space.
Right.
It's really hard to spread out, so I'm not really, I'll have to look. There are different guidelines for Scholars Bowl and forensics and things like that, since it's in smaller confined spaces.
Yeah, okay.
And they move from room to room to room to room, and I'll just have to look. I'll have to double check.
Correct.
Can they be held in the gym?
David wants to know if they can be held in the gym.
No, because you have questions, they use the same questions in each round, and they can't hear the other questions. It has to be done in individual rooms.
Okay, all right, thank you, Christy.
Yeah.
All right, any other discussion?
Yes, I have another question, I'm sorry.
Okay,
When does this four spectator thing take in effect? You said something about next week?
After January 29th.
Why are we waiting that long?
That is the Keisha and League. That is their policy. We can modify the participants with local control.
Okay, the reason I ask is Lincoln has one more junior high game on Thursday. And it would be real nice for our patrons if, they won't get this opportunity.
I understand that, but we can't go broader than what KSHSAA and NTL, we can't go above their umbrella, we have to stay underneath it. We can be tighter, but we
More
can't
strict,
be.
but we can't be more lenient.
Right.
The
I asked
key
him
is
about
to
6 hours earlier.
Right. Yeah. I would, it's KSHSAA, I would hate to break the state, the rule there,
Yeah.
but that's my opinion.
Maybe we need to contact KSHSAA because there's no reason why this can't start quicker, is there?
Yes.
Well, they've had several special board meetings with their board of directors, and these are just the things that they've done. In order for them to make it quicker, they would have another special board meeting of the state directors.
Well, I'm just asking for our patrons.
Sure,
Absolutely.
understood.
Thank you, David. Good comments. Okay, anything else? Gina? No. Okay. Deb, John, Bree, TJ?
No, I don't have anything else. Thank you.
Thanks. TJ? Oh, we must have lost TJ. No, so- Okay, so I need a motion for adjournment. Deb? Thank you, Deb. I didn't understand what you said. Thank you, John. Motion by Deb, seconded by John, that the meeting be adjourned. Any discussion? All in favor?
Bye.
6-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.